Yes, it is Sunday. I'm going to try to plant a few beans. I say try because there to the west, I do hear some thunder. I didn't even bring my other camera because I wasn't planning on recording. I was just going to sit in here in the tractor and enjoy some alone time, but I may not be sitting in there too long. I guess I will plant until it decides to rain. Okay, I did not get wet. I got a notification on my phone that rain was 15 minutes away, and well, it never happened, thank goodness. So I think the storm threat is done for today, but I am done for today. I've done too much for Sunday. I told my wife I would be home at 6 o'clock for dinner, and I'm already 23 minutes late. I planted about 20 acres, so if it doesn't rain until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I will finish this farm up tomorrow without a problem. Okay, that's enough for Sunday. Well, this Monday is not starting off too great. There's already rain showers in the area. I just needed 3 hours of good weather, and I was going to finish planting soybeans on this farm I'm on now, but I may not get that 3 hours to finish those soybeans up. Let's get to the field and get on the tractor and see what we can do. There's some rain across the river. Looks like it's coming our way, but I had to stop at the hardware store this morning and pick up their cardboard. I hadn't been there for over a week. We're getting a delivery today, so I needed to get that cardboard out of their way. I had a few soybeans left on the truck, so I went to the drill first, put those soybeans in the drill. So yeah, we're not getting a real early start on the tractor, but we'll do what we can do until we can't do it anymore. See the rain that is maybe about to hit us. Not good. Not good. Did you notice the band-aid on my elbow? I think it's from this new seat. This armrest is made out of a material that I believe is rubbing my elbow. So when I've got my elbow on here, let me twist the camera around. So when I've got my elbow on here, you know, looking at my phone like this, I think this material has rubbed this spot on my elbow. There may be a new used seat for sale on that fake bulk marketplace real soon. The bucket may have been a whole lot more comfortable than this seat. I don't think my ass would have sweated in the bucket, and I definitely wouldn't have gotten this spot on my elbow put that bucket in here. And there's the dark clouds coming in. This field really plays havoc with my GPS here. I've got trees all around me here. The worst is on that end of the field. If I get too close to the trees on that end, I will lose my signal here until I get midway down the field. Now, you can see I've got all green. That's good. 90% signal. Everything is green. But as we get closer to the trees, it'll turn yellow. On the other end, it'll turn red and actually go to nothing there. See, it just turned yellow. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, my signal is now yellow. There, we're back to green. We're away from the trees. But as I said, if I get too close to the trees down there, it'll turn red or I'll lose that signal completely. This bar is kind of an indication of how strong that signal is. So I've got 90% accuracy right now, 100% GPS signal. My SF1 signal 14.9, 15, so we're good. Until we get to the trees. Hey, it stayed green that time. I didn't go all the way to the end. I turned around about 10 feet before the end, and that sometimes that 10 to 20 feet makes a difference between green and nothing. All right, so this is me, and I am painting a line as I'm planting. So the gray stuff over here, these are the lines I have to follow. I have not done this, but this blue I have done. So far in this field, 2.82 acres. I've averaged 4.8 miles an hour. That includes turning around on the end. Average acres per hour, 8.5. I've got a mud hole right there, so I'm going to do the end of this end of the small part of this field so I don't have to cross that mud hole when I do the ends. There's a, like, it's not really a ditch, just a drain area in this field that comes down here to the woods and then goes, eventually ends up in the creek. So that place likes to stay a little bit wet sometimes because we actually need to clean this out a little bit so that water can get further into the tree line there where the ditch will take it to the creek. Cross it with the sprayer in a four-wheel drive tractor, but not in this tractor. And I'm spinning now, actually. All right, we're through it. So I was showing the average speed earlier, 4.7 miles an hour. I actually plant at about 5.6, 5.7, 5.8, somewhere in that vicinity. 11th gear, 1700 RPMs. So the average acre per hour, this does not stop calculating because it's not tied in to the lifting up and down of the drill. So it's still calculating as I'm turning around, even though I am not planting. And I better pay attention here because I'll get hung up in this drainage area here. And so you can see where I turned around here on the end. So it's still calculating that as acres, but I didn't plant. I lifted the drill up about right here and so did not plant around there. So that total acres includes me turning around on the end. So when I get to the ends, when I'm finished the field and then I plant across the ends, I plant 4 times across each end. I just stop the record button. So then that gives me the total acres in the field as long as I don't record as I'm planting across each end. Does that make sense? See, I can turn this recording off right now and see it leaves. It's not painting anything there. Turn the recording back on and there it starts recording again and calculating acres. And it looks like the rain is starting. The wind has picked up a little bit. A few drops on the windshield. It's gonna get yucky here. Well, at least I've gotten through the worst part of this field. Every field I have has a spot where the water likes to lay or a spot you have to go around. It's just, we're flat land here. Water has nowhere to go when you're at sea level. But I've gotten through the worst part of this field, which was that spot right there. All right, what I'm doing on this end is, since I've planted the end over there, when I plant the end of this part of the field, when I get to this wet spot, I have to turn around. And because of the length of the tractor and the drill, you can't get all the way to that spot where you're turning around. So the first 2 or 3 passes, I will back up as far as I can to the edge of the tree line there and then drop down and plant. So that gives me some room to turn around and still have this corner planted. It's not perfect, but it's better than not backing up. And it looks like I'm going to be going to the hardware store soon to do some work there, because the rain is falling. And it's not going to take much for this ground to get sticky, and then the dirt starts clinging to the packing wheels, and then the beans are not going in the ground to the depth that I want them to. Okay, this may be my last round. Darn it. I only had about 25 acres here to plant today. 3 hours, I could have had it wiped out. Oh well. Alright, maybe one more round. Doesn't look too bad yet, as far as sticking to the wheels. Oh, it's filled in a whole lot more since the last time we looked. But it's not lasting very long. Unfortunately, it may be enough to keep us out of the field if the sun doesn't come out. This may be my last pass. You see the mud sticking to the tires, so I know it's sticking to the packing wheels. Oh yeah, it's coming down. I'm done when I get to the other end. Everything is wet. Moist. Moist, is that the word I should be using? I know some people love that word. I parked my truck here because I just kind of thought this is as far as I would make it, and I did not want to get wet walking from the tractor to the truck, so how convenient. Hey, I'm going for one more. This grass on here, I think, is actually helping me, so it's not kicking up as much mud. It's not until we get down to the other end where you can see a little more dirt, less grass. But it did not appear there was a whole lot on those packing wheels when I just turned around that time. to the trees. Lost my signal. There we go. Still going. And it's still raining. I am so close to finishing this field. I've only got about 2 more acres, an acre and a half, 2 acres, plus the ends. Man, is it gonna stay dry enough? Can I finish it? Most of it's covered with this grass. That'll help me. I can see the packer wheels when I turn around on the end, and for the most part, they're still fairly clean. So I'm just gonna turn you off. I'm gonna see if I can finish this. I'll turn you back on when I get out of the tractor. Whoa, you see that? Lightning strike, closest strike within 10 miles. Oh no. Rain starting within 15 minutes. Well, that was an hour ago. Hey, I'm gonna finish this field. Okay, I'm on the last pass on the end. 7.25 acres in this field. The rain had stopped for about 10 minutes and it's starting back up again. It is a little muddy across this end here, but hey, I've got the field finished. I don't think I'm moving on to the next field. I'll wait and see what this rain is going to do. I've got stuff I can do at the hardware store this morning, so I'm going to run up and do that. Oh boy, it's raining. I'm getting wet. And let's look at these packing wheels. See, they're really not that bad. Yeah, that one there has quite a bit of mud on it, but that one there, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, let me not stand out here in the rain. I don't like singing in the rain. Okay, I don't think I need the sunglasses on any longer. All right, I don't know if this is going to be the end of this video or not. Hopefully I get back in the field today to plant some more beans, but maybe not. So just in case it's the end of the video, I'm going to say, see ya!